Samhain is perhaps the most famous of Wiccan Sabbats and is celebrated throughout the world by non-pagans as Halloween. It is mentioned more often than you might think in modern media. The House of Night book series has a huge emphasis on it, the Addams Family have nods to it, and most recently, the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina series on Netflix placed a huge emphasis on it. Although in Wicca, it's less about signing your soul over to the devil and more about preparing for winter, but hey, whatever floats your boat. The most famous idea about Samhain. The most famous idea about Samhain. I just did it again! The most famous aspect of Samhain. The most famous idea surrounding Samhain is that at this point, the veil between the worlds of the living and the dead is at its thinnest. This is a very similar concept to the Mexican Dia de los Muertos, or the Day of the Dead. At this time, we like to honour deceased loved ones by placing their photographs on our altars and sharing memories and stories about them. Some people even lay an extra seat at their table to welcome their ancestors home, sharing their favourite food as they reminisce about them. All departed loved ones, be they friends, family, pets or other, are welcome at a pagan's table during Samhain. Samhain is also the final of the 3 harvest festivals. Lammas was all about grain and bread, Mabon was focused on fruit and vegetables, and at Samhain we have an abundance of nuts and berries. I think a really lovely idea to celebrate this aspect of Samhain would be to go blackberry picking in hedgerows. Just make sure that the hedgerow you choose isn't on someone's private property first. In Wiccan mythology, we believe that the sun god has now passed on, and is currently residing in the world of the dead, gaining wisdom and strength before he can be reborn. And at this time, the goddess, who can take on 3 forms, mother, maiden and crone, is now adopting her crone form as we move towards the end of the pagan year. Samhain is also known as the pagan new year, so it's the perfect time to reflect on the past year and look towards the future with hope. By remembering your ancestors, you're already celebrating the past. But for your personal past, you could try making a list of all the best times you've had this year and all the things you've accomplished. Then you could set yourself some New Year's resolutions. In October? How very pagan of you! By doing these simple things, you're beginning to embrace the spirit of Samhain. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss another video like this one. Other than that, have a lovely day and blessed be.